And you know what I mean? And you know that you
Exactly.
could take, and you know you could take more chances, but you're not good. Come on now. Are you good with
Yeah.
that? You asking me that question, and I know you're not sitting at home if your basics are covered. You're talking about the bare minimum.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not going to act as if I'm some super tweaked in the head human being where I'm going to I can't fall into my regular nature as a human being. Like, yo, bro, if I'm comfortable and I know I got all my bases covered, I'm probably not gonna work as hard as I
So
do
so
right
so you
now.
feel like a human's default is apathy? Like you just feel like that's just a human default setting?
Bro, that's how the world works, bro. Why you think like people don't give a fuck about stuff? It could be like it's world war, it's wars going on right now, right? But people that's you might run across people every day. They don't really care because you know what? It's not affecting them. It don't matter to them because it's not in their living room, it's not in their home. They're still good. It's not affecting them like that. So when it's not affecting somebody, they don't really care. They so cushy and they so comfortable, comfortability. Once they have comfortability, it's like, yo, people don't worry about nothing else, right? It's no stress, it's no fear, whatever like that, because they know it's not happening to them, right?
Well,
They know
people are
that they're good.
tribalists as well too. A lot of people that you're talking about people in the black community, and they worry about stuff that, if there was a police shooting or something like that, that would be affecting them more than something that's happening across the world. Like people are tribal as well too. So you
No,
gotta
no,
you gotta give them a little benefit
I'll
of
give
doubt for
you.
that too.
I'll say that too. But even something that's going on in their own neighborhoods, if they're
Mhm.
not directly affected, like you know, you got some people care. I'm not saying nobody cares, but a lot
Yeah,
less people here.
I think you're saying
We got
nobody
some
cares. I
comments.
think you're saying people are lazy and don't care.
I believe that. I'm just keeping it a buck, yo. I believe
Yeah.
a lot of people are lazy and they really don't care. As long as they're good, everything is fine with them.
What the comments talking
LDU
about?
lifestyle says men will always be judged based on their ability to provide. It is what it is, right? He also said it's about solving problems. It's literally in the Bible. Men that don't provide for their families are worse than unbelievers.
I gotta agree with you there. I gotta agree.
So
Let's watch some of the video.
let's go. Yeah, let's go back to some more of
Yeah,
the video. Let's go.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Give me one moment. I've been in your shoes. And when I was in your shoes, I stayed in my lane. I lived where I lived. My woman didn't work. She nurtured to the children till I got this. And I'm trying to give you the cheat code. Do what you need to do so you can feed your woman. And while she's nurturing the children, she can also nurture your dreams and your goals. Now you can be successful. Now you don't have to say, I'm working for $15. Now you can say, I got employees that I'm paying that's working for me for $15. I'm trying to elevate you. But men get so caught up in their emotions and their pride. And the first thing you want to do is feel attacked. Get the wisdom.
This is coming from a rich man.
But right now,
This
you're
coming
acting
from a
triggered.
rich man.
But right now,
But
you're
this is
acting
coming
triggered.
from a
But
rich
how
man.
did I get here?
Yeah.
But how did I give you? And I'm giving you the steps. This is if you put down your ego, if you put down your pride, brother, am I saying anything wrong? I'm saying.
Yeah. I can't even deny it, man. It's definitely, this is a triggering topic, right? And this is why it goes viral. It's so polarizing, and it's like, yo, anything that is going to attack um attack a man's ego is going to be triggering. Same way when it comes to women also, right?
Ron, you got any OGs?
I would say I do. I don't necessarily
Do
call
you
them OGs, but
do you tuck your ego when you're pulling their coat or when they're schooling you on something? Do you tuck your ego?
um I would say I do because I do more listening than speaking. I may
Right.
even have something to say, but I'll just be like, I'll hold that because I'm
Yeah.
listening to you,
And
you know?
and and even if something comes across the wrong way, you just gotta eat it because you know it is coming from a place with love. It might be with some passion. He's not calling you out your name, but you know it could be a little abrasive sometimes.
I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And when I say OG, I just mean like an older gentleman that you know you kind of gain
Yeah,
wisdom from. You know, like a mentor or like even like a coach. You know,
gotcha.
something like that. Yeah, there are certain situations and conversations where you got to kind of tuck your ego. You know, even when you talk to your father. You know, you got to tuck your ego. You know, there's certain conversations where you just soak it all up. Even if you don't agree, you can you could definitely question and you could definitely challenge certain things, but I seen homies, you know, his fist was all balled up and he was really, really triggered. He's very emotional in this situation. But to get back to what homie was saying, that he's trying to give him the steps and he didn't always work, and no, his wife never worked. So even when he was on a come up, even when he was making $15 an hour, his wife never worked and tended to the family.
Yeah, yeah.
I really don't see how that's even feasible, but
I believe it's feasible,
Mhm.
but I think society wouldn't think so because they're like, yo, if you subscribe to the ideology, as you call yourself a capitalist, like, oh, how could you do that? Like, how could you even live life on a $15 per hour salary? I'm not even sure if women would even go for that, because I think you're to the point where a lot of women want just as much material stuff as men do, right? And if they feel like, all right, they can't find a man that can get it for them or find a man that has means to do that for them, they're going to try to go out and get it for themselves. So I don't think a lot of women would actually sit back and take care of the home and the children while that man goes out and he tries to grind it out and also and try to get his money up. You know what I mean? But I think that's the way. In a lot of instances, I feel like if you put that man in that position, you put his back against the wall to provide for you, most men that are men of respect, that are real men, they're going to make it happen. But the problem is that the mentality these days is more or less like, I need a helpmate, right? I need a running partner. Like, you work, I work, and we're gonna get this, we're gonna get that, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, right? And this whole traditional title, that's why I don't think it really exists anymore. Because
it costs too much. It costs way too much for that now.
It's not that though. It's not that, bro. I believe, like, most of the guys that I know, right? They do pretty well for themselves, right? And they have wives that make money, that work also. But I believe those same guys that do well individually could do even more if they had to, right? But again, like I said, once mentally, subconsciously, you got
Now, Ron,
60,
now you have a quality of
70,000.
life issue. Now you have a quality of life issue, especially if you have children. So now you have an issue where you're not spending enough time with your family, and now you have the absentee dad that is smoking mirrors.
That's the problem already.
It's only 24 hours in a day, Ron. Like, there's only so much that you can really do.
You got most men have that problem anyway, and they still got to have their wife working crazy anyway.
So you're saying a man who's out there and he's splitting bills with his wife. Mm-hmm. Either way, 60-30, 70-30, 50-50, whatever.
It don't matter.
If he takes his wife completely off the board and he just goes balls to the wall, he could create her income. He
All
could. He
right.
could.
Let me be clear, right? So I would never tell a man to just go get mad jobs to try to work as much as possible. I think you should be way more strategic about making more money, right? I feel like, yo, if you are underemployed, right, either depending on what you do, right, you probably would need to go back to uh, add some type of continuing education, get some type of credentials, go back to school, go to college, go to trade school, go to something like, or if you are in a certain line of work, then you might have to go into business for yourself. I won't tell a dude that just go get another job. Like, yo, I'm not a proponent of like just work your ass off and just get as many jobs as you can to make as much money as you can, because that's busy work. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll always be on the hamster wheel. I would tell